Welcome, and thank you for taking the first step in learning how to better care for your heart. This guide is designed specifically for us as seniors, focusing on a simple, delicious, and powerful food we all know, the tomato. You might already enjoy tomatoes in your salads or sandwiches, but you may not know they are secretly a superhero for your heart health. We will explore the amazing science behind this common fruit in a way that is easy to understand and practical to use. Our goal is not to complicate your life with a strict diet, but to show you how small, enjoyable additions to your meals can make a significant difference. Good nutrition is one of the most effective tools we have to maintain our energy, vitality, and overall well-being as we age. So, let us begin this journey together, discovering how the humble tomato can be a delightful and powerful ally in supporting your cardiovascular system and helping you lead a fuller, more active life for years to come. As we get older, our heart, like any other hard-working muscle, deserves extra care and attention. Focusing on heart health is not about fear, it is about empowerment and maintaining the quality of our lives. A strong and healthy heart is the engine that powers everything we do. It pumps oxygen-rich blood to our brain, helping us stay sharp and focused, and to our muscles, giving us the energy to enjoy daily activities like gardening, walking with friends, or playing with our grandchildren. By taking proactive steps to care for our heart, we are investing in our independence and our ability to continue doing the things we love. Heart health is directly linked to our vitality and longevity. Simple, consistent choices in what we eat can have a profound impact, reducing the risk of problems and helping us feel our best every single day. Think of it as routine maintenance for your most important asset, ensuring it runs smoothly and reliably for all of life's beautiful moments. Let us get to know your heart's new best friend a little better. The tomato is a wonderfully versatile and common food, but we often overlook its true potential. While it is a tasty addition to any meal, it is also a nutritional powerhouse, especially for our cardiovascular system. Think of the tomato as a tiny, natural pharmacy packed with compounds that work in harmony to protect and strengthen your heart. It is low in calories, contains no bad fats, and is full of vitamins and water, making it a light and healthy choice. But its real superpower lies in its unique blend of antioxidants and minerals that specifically target the factors contributing to heart disease. The best part is that you do not need to search for a rare or expensive superfood. This is a simple, affordable, and delicious ingredient you can find at any grocery store or even grow in your own garden, making it an easy and practical friend to have on your side for your heart health journey. The most important heart-protecting ingredient in a tomato is a natural compound called lycopene. You can actually see lycopene with your own eyes. It is what gives tomatoes, watermelons, and pink grapefruits their beautiful and characteristic red and pink colors. Lycopene is part of a family of substances known as antioxidants. To understand antioxidants, imagine a piece of metal left outside that slowly begins to rust. A similar process, called oxidation, can happen inside our bodies, damaging our healthy cells. Lycopene acts as a powerful, natural shield against this internal rust. It travels through your bloodstream, neutralizing the harmful molecules that cause this damage before they can harm your delicate cells and tissues. This protective action is the fundamental reason why tomatoes are so beneficial for your heart, as it helps prevent the very damage that can lead to clogged arteries and other cardiovascular issues. To understand how lycopene helps, we need to talk about oxidative stress. This might sound like a complicated scientific term, but it is a process we can easily understand. Inside our bodies, we have molecules called free radicals. Think of these as tiny, unstable, and destructive particles, like sparks from a fire. They are created naturally from normal body functions, but also from things like pollution or unhealthy foods. These sparks bounce around, trying to stabilize themselves by damaging our healthy cells, proteins, and even our DNA. This damaging process is what we call oxidative stress. Over time, this constant damage adds up and contributes to aging and many chronic diseases, including heart disease. It is like the internal rusting we talked about. The good news is that our bodies are designed to fight this, and we can help them tremendously by consuming antioxidants, which are the heroes that safely extinguish these destructive sparks before they can cause harm. Now that we know about the damaging sparks of oxidative stress, let us see how lycopene comes to the rescue. Imagine lycopene as a dedicated team of firefighters patrolling your bloodstream. When they encounter those unstable, harmful molecules we call free radicals, they step in and safely neutralize them. Instead of allowing these sparks to damage the delicate walls of your blood vessels, lycopene absorbs the impact. This act of protection is crucial because when your blood vessel walls are damaged, it creates rough spots where sticky substances, like bad cholesterol, can begin to cling and build up. By preventing this initial damage, lycopene helps keep the inner lining of your arteries, known as the endothelium, smooth and healthy. A smooth arterial wall is much more resistant to the buildup of plaque, which is the main cause of narrowed and hardened arteries. So, by simply including lycopene-rich foods in your diet, you are sending in a protective crew to guard your arteries from the inside out, helping to ensure blood can flow freely and easily to every part of your body, including your hard-working heart. You may have heard of good and bad cholesterol. The bad cholesterol is called LDL. On its own, LDL is not the main villain. It is simply doing its job. The real problem begins when this LDL cholesterol gets damaged by oxidative stress, when those sparks of free radicals attack it. This damaged or oxidized LDL cholesterol is what becomes truly dangerous. Think of it as a harmless piece of fluff that becomes sticky and prickly after being burned. In this damaged state, it is no longer recognized by your body as useful. Your immune system sees it as a threat and sends cells to try and clean it up, which leads to inflammation and a messy process that creates plaque. This plaque is a thick, hard deposit that sticks to the walls of your arteries, narrowing them and making them less flexible. The powerful lycopene in tomatoes acts as a shield for the LDL particles, preventing them from being oxidized and turning into this dangerous, sticky version. By protecting your LDL, you are stopping the problem at its very source. When you combine the powerful antioxidant action of lycopene with its ability to protect your bad cholesterol from becoming damaged, you get a wonderful result: cleaner and more flexible arteries. Imagine your arteries as smooth, elastic tubes or hoses. When plaque builds up on the inside, it is like rust and gunk accumulating in a pipe, making the passageway narrower and the walls rigid. This forces your heart to work much harder to pump blood through these constricted spaces, leading to high blood pressure and strain on your heart. By preventing the formation of this plaque, tomatoes help keep the inner passageway of your arteries wide open. Furthermore, the potassium in tomatoes helps the artery walls themselves to relax. When your arteries are clear and can relax and flex easily, blood can flow with minimal resistance. This means your heart does not have to strain, your blood pressure stays in a healthier range, and every organ in your body, including your brain and muscles, receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function optimally. High blood pressure is a common concern for many seniors, and tomatoes offer a natural and effective way to help manage it. The key mineral here is potassium. You have probably heard that too much sodium, which we get from salt, can raise blood pressure. One way it does this is by making your body hold onto extra water, which increases the volume of blood in your vessels, putting more pressure on the walls. Potassium works as a perfect counterbalance to sodium. It helps your kidneys flush out excess sodium and water from your body, reducing that extra volume and pressure. But potassium does more than that. It also acts as a natural muscle relaxant for your blood vessels. When the muscles in your artery walls are relaxed, the vessels can widen. This creates more space for blood to flow, which directly lowers the pressure inside them. So, by enjoying potassium-rich foods like tomatoes, you are actively helping your body manage fluid balance and encouraging your arteries to relax and open up, which is a direct and natural strategy for supporting healthy blood pressure levels. Inflammation is not always a bad thing. When you get a cut, the redness and swelling that follow are signs of acute inflammation, your body's healthy and necessary healing process at work. However, a different, low-level type of inflammation can sometimes become a constant, silent problem inside your body. This is called chronic inflammation. Think of it as a small, smoldering fire that never goes out, slowly damaging tissues over many years. This type of inflammation is a major driver of heart disease, as it irritates your blood vessels and contributes to the buildup of plaque. The good news is that the nutrients in tomatoes, especially lycopene and vitamin C, are potent anti-inflammatory agents. They work to cool down this internal smoldering fire. By reducing this chronic inflammation, you are creating a calmer, less irritating environment inside your arteries. This makes it much harder for plaque to form and stabilizes any existing plaque, making it less likely to rupture and cause a blockage. Eating tomatoes is like giving your body an internal soothing balm. Here is a wonderful and surprising fact that makes enjoying tomatoes even easier. Your body can actually use the lycopene from cooked tomatoes better than from raw ones. This might seem opposite to what we expect, as we often think raw vegetables are the most powerful. Think of lycopene as being locked inside the tomato's plant cells, which are tough for our bodies to break down. The process of cooking, whether by simmering into a sauce, canning, or roasting, acts like a key. It breaks down those tough cell walls, releasing the valuable lycopene and making it much easier for your body to absorb into your bloodstream. This means a simple bowl of homemade tomato soup or a pasta sauce can be an even more potent source of heart-protecting antioxidants than a fresh salad. This is great news because it gives you so many delicious and convenient options. You can enjoy tomatoes in all their forms throughout the year, knowing that whether you like them fresh from the garden in a salad or warm from a pot in a soup, you are doing your heart a great service. To get the very most out of the lycopene in your tomatoes, there is a simple and delicious secret. Pair them with a little healthy fat. Lycopene is what is known as a fat-soluble nutrient. This means it dissolves in fat, not in water. When you eat tomatoes with a small amount of healthy fat, it helps your intestines absorb the lycopene much more efficiently, ensuring more of it enters your bloodstream to protect your heart. You do not need a lot. A light drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over a tomato salad, a few slices of avocado alongside your dish, or cooking your tomato sauce with a little olive oil are all perfect ways to do this. This combination is not only a classic for its taste, but it is also a powerhouse for your health. So, when you prepare your next tomato-based meal, remember that adding a source of good fat transforms it from a healthy choice into a supercharged one, maximizing the benefits for your heart with every single bite. With so many different types of tomatoes available, you might wonder which one is the best for your heart. The simple answer is that all of them are excellent choices. Whether you prefer the sweet pop of a cherry tomato, the meaty texture of a Roma tomato perfect for sauces, or the large, juicy slices from a beefsteak tomato, they all contain the valuable heart-protecting nutrients we have been discussing. The color can be a good guide. Generally, The richer and deeper the red color, the more lycopene the tomato likely contains. However, even orange or yellow tomatoes still contain other beneficial antioxidants. The most important rule is to choose the types that you enjoy the most. When you like what you are eating, you are more likely to include it in your diet regularly. Consistency is the key to long-term health benefits. So, feel free to experiment and enjoy the variety. Your heart will thank you for any and all tomatoes you choose to eat. A warm bowl of homemade tomato soup is more than just a comforting meal. It is a direct and powerful tonic for your heart. By making it yourself, you control the ingredients, ensuring it is low in sodium and free from unnecessary preservatives. This simple dish perfectly combines the two key principles we have learned. The lycopene from the cooked tomatoes is highly available for your body to use, and if you use a little olive oil to sauté the onions or as a garnish, you are adding the healthy fat needed for maximum absorption. You can easily make a large batch and freeze it in portions for quick, healthy meals on busy days. Consider enhancing your soup with other heart-friendly ingredients like a clove of garlic for flavor and additional health benefits, or some fresh basil. Enjoying a bowl of this soup is a gentle, soothing, and incredibly effective way to nourish your body and care for your cardiovascular system, especially on a cool day. One of the easiest ways to regularly get your heart-healthy tomato benefits is to use a simple tomato sauce as a base for many meals. You do not need to only think of pasta. A basic, low-sodium tomato sauce can be a versatile foundation for a wide variety of nutritious dishes. For example, you can use it to simmer lean proteins like chicken breast or fish fillets, which will keep them moist and infuse them with flavor. You can also add it to a pan with lots of different vegetables like zucchini, bell peppers, and mushrooms to create a hearty and colorful stew. This method is not only easy on the cook, but also combines the power of tomatoes with other vital food groups. You are getting the lycopene from the sauce, lean protein for muscle maintenance, and a wide array of fibers and vitamins from the vegetables. This makes for a complete, balanced, and deeply satisfying meal that supports your heart health from multiple angles with very little effort. Never underestimate the power and simplicity of a fresh tomato salad. This classic dish is a wonderful way to enjoy tomatoes in their most natural state, providing a refreshing burst of flavor and a host of nutrients, including vitamin C and potassium. To create a truly heart-healthy version, focus on the dressing. Instead of using a pre-made dressing that can be high in sodium and unhealthy fats, create your own simple vinaigrette. Start with a base of extra virgin olive oil, which is a fantastic source of healthy monounsaturated fat that will help your body absorb the lycopene. Then, add flavor with acid, such as a splash of balsamic vinegar or fresh lemon juice. Finally, skip the salt shaker and use an abundance of fresh or dried herbs like basil, oregano, or thyme, and a crack of black pepper. This combination enhances the natural sweetness of the tomatoes without adding anything your heart does not need. It is a light, delicious, and visually appealing side dish that pairs perfectly with grilled fish or chicken, making any meal more special and beneficial for your cardiovascular health. Incorporating tomatoes into your breakfast is a fantastic habit to build, as it gives your heart a positive start to the day. A very easy and delicious way to do this is by adding them to your eggs. When you are making an omelet or scrambling eggs, simply toss in a handful of diced fresh tomatoes. As the eggs cook, the tomatoes will soften and release their sweet juices, adding wonderful moisture and flavor. This not only gives you a dose of lycopene, but also adds volume and nutrients to your meal without adding many calories. You can make it even more nutritious by including other vegetables like spinach, mushrooms, or onions. This combination of protein from the eggs and antioxidants from the tomatoes and other vegetables provides sustained energy and helps you feel full and satisfied until your next meal. It is a simple switch that transforms a regular breakfast into a powerful, heart-protective one, proving that a healthy diet can be both easy and deeply enjoyable. If you are looking for a way to make tomatoes incredibly sweet and flavorful, try roasting them. Roasting is a simple cooking method that requires very little effort but delivers maximum taste. The slow, dry heat of the oven caramelizes the natural sugars in the tomatoes, concentrating their flavor and giving them a rich, deep taste. To prepare them, simply cut tomatoes in half, place them on a baking sheet, drizzle lightly with olive oil. Remember our pairing for lycopene absorption, and perhaps add a sprinkle of garlic powder and some fresh herbs like rosemary or thyme. Roast them until they are soft and slightly wrinkled. The result is a wonderfully versatile side dish or topping. You can serve them alongside a piece of chicken or fish, mash them onto a piece of whole grain toast, or mix them into whole wheat pasta. Roasting is an excellent way to use a surplus of garden tomatoes and is a delicious cooking technique that enhances both the taste and the heart-healthy benefits of this fantastic fruit. While tomatoes themselves are excellent for heart health, it is crucial to be mindful of how we season them. Adding too much salt is one of the quickest ways to counteract their blood pressure-lowering benefits. High sodium intake is directly linked to increased blood pressure because it makes your body retain water, putting extra pressure on your blood vessel walls. The wonderful news is that tomatoes are naturally flavorful and can be enhanced in many other delicious ways. Instead of reaching for the salt shaker, explore the world of herbs and spices. Fresh or dried basil, oregano, thyme, and rosemary pair beautifully with tomatoes. Garlic, onion powder, and a pinch of black pepper or red pepper flakes can also add tremendous depth and flavor without the sodium. Making this simple switch in your kitchen is a powerful step in managing your blood pressure and truly maximizing the heart-protective potential of every tomato-based meal you enjoy. For those who are able, growing your own tomatoes can be a deeply rewarding activity that benefits both your body and mind. Gardening is a gentle form of exercise that encourages movement, bending, and stretching, which is wonderful for maintaining mobility and strength. It is also a peaceful hobby that can reduce stress, which is another important factor for heart health. When you grow your own tomatoes, you have the satisfaction of nurturing a plant from a small seedling to a fruit-bearing one. You are guaranteed the freshest possible produce, picked at the peak of ripeness when its nutrient content is highest. You also have full control, meaning you can grow them without any pesticides you wish to avoid. The simple joy of walking into your garden or onto your balcony to pick a sun-warmed tomato for your salad is unmatched. It connects you to your food and provides a great sense of accomplishment, adding an extra layer of pleasure to the healthy eating habits you are building for your heart. Knowing how to select the best tomatoes at the grocery store or farmer's market can make your meals more delicious and nutritious. The first thing to do is to look at the color. A good, ripe tomato should have a rich, consistent red color. Avoid tomatoes with large yellow or green areas, as they were likely picked too early. Next, use your sense of touch. A perfect tomato should feel firm, but still yield slightly to a gentle, careful squeeze. It should have a little give, like the palm of your hand, not be hard as a rock or mushy. The skin should be smooth and tight, without any major bruises, cuts, or wrinkles. Another good test is to use your nose. A ripe, flavorful tomato will often have a sweet, earthy, and distinctly tomato-like aroma at the stem end. If it has no smell at all, it will probably have very little taste. Remember, tomatoes you buy can always be left on your kitchen counter for a day or two to ripen further. Choosing well means you get the best flavor and the highest level of those valuable heart-healthy compounds. While tomatoes are a fantastic heart-healthy food, it is important to remember that no single food can do all the work for your health. Think of tomatoes as a key player on a team, and for the team to win, it needs many different players. A truly healthy diet for your heart includes a wide variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. Each color represents different beneficial plant compounds. For example, orange carrots have beta-carotene, leafy green vegetables have chlorophyll and folate, and blueberries have anthocyanins. By eating a rainbow of foods, you ensure your body gets a full spectrum of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that work together to protect your heart. Combine these with other heart-smart choices like whole grains for fiber, lean proteins for muscle strength, and healthy fats like those in nuts and olive oil. Tomatoes are a wonderful and powerful part of this team, but they work best when supported by other nutritious foods in a balanced and varied diet. Eating heart-healthy foods like tomatoes is one of the two most important pillars for cardiovascular health. The second pillar is regular, gentle movement. Physical activity and good nutrition work together in a powerful partnership to keep your heart strong. When you are active, your heart muscle gets a workout, becoming more efficient at pumping blood throughout your body. This helps to lower blood pressure and improve circulation. You do not need to do intense exercises. The goal is to find activities you enjoy and can do consistently. This could be a daily walk with a friend, gentle swimming or water aerobics, gardening, stretching, or even dancing to your favorite music at home. This movement helps manage weight, reduces stress, and improves overall mood. When you combine this regular, gentle activity with a diet rich in foods like tomatoes, you are supporting your heart from two different angles, creating a powerful synergy that is much more effective than either one alone for maintaining your vitality and well-being. Staying properly hydrated is a fundamental part of heart health that is sometimes overlooked. Your heart has to work much harder to pump blood if you are dehydrated because your blood becomes thicker and more sludgy. This adds extra strain on your cardiovascular system. Here is where tomatoes offer a hidden benefit. They are made up of about 95% water. This means that when you eat a tomato, you are not only getting vitamins and lycopene, you are also contributing to your daily fluid intake. They're a hydrating food. Including water-rich foods like tomatoes, cucumbers, and watermelon in your diet is a delicious and easy way to support your hydration levels throughout the day. Of course, you should still drink water and other healthy fluids regularly. But by enjoying tomatoes, you are giving your body a double gift: the powerful heart-protecting antioxidant lycopene and a helpful boost of hydration to make your heart's job of circulating blood just a little bit easier. If you are taking blood-thinning medication, such as warfarin, also known by the brand name Coumadin, it is always very important to be mindful of your vitamin K intake. Vitamin K plays a key role in helping your blood to clot, so it can affect how your medication works. The good news is that tomatoes are generally considered a low vitamin K food, which makes them a very safe choice for most people on these medications. However, it is not about any single food, but about keeping your overall diet consistent. You should not suddenly start eating very large amounts of tomatoes or any other food every day if you are not used to it. The most important step is to have an open conversation with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can give you personalized advice based on your specific health needs and medication, ensuring that your healthy diet, including wonderful foods like tomatoes, works in harmony with your treatment plan for the best possible heart health. While tomatoes offer incredible benefits for most people, it is essential to pay attention to how your own body responds. Tomatoes are naturally acidic, and for some individuals, this can sometimes contribute to discomfort or worsen symptoms of acid reflux or heartburn. This does not mean you have to avoid tomatoes completely. The key is to enjoy them in moderation and observe how you feel. You might find that removing the skins and seeds, which can be more irritating, makes a difference. Alternatively, you may notice that cooked tomatoes in a sauce are more comfortable for you to digest than raw tomatoes in a salad. Your body is unique, and its needs are personal. If you experience any persistent discomfort after eating tomatoes, it is always a good idea to discuss it with your doctor. The goal of a heart-healthy diet is to make you feel your best, so tuning in to your body's signals allows you to enjoy the foods you love in a way that supports both your heart and your overall comfort. Let us take a moment to quickly review all the wonderful reasons why tomatoes are such a superstar for your heart. First and foremost, they are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that acts like a shield, protecting your cells from damage and preventing bad cholesterol from sticking to your artery walls. Second, they are a good source of potassium, a mineral that helps balance fluids in your body and relaxes blood vessels, which in turn helps to lower blood pressure. Third, tomatoes are very low in calories, making them a perfect food for maintaining a healthy weight, which is another important factor for heart health. Fourth, they help fight chronic inflammation, calming the internal, smoldering fire that can damage your cardiovascular system over time. When you combine all these benefits into one simple, delicious, and affordable food, it is easy to see why making tomatoes a regular part of your diet is one of the smartest and easiest choices you can make for your long-term heart health. Embarking on a journey to better health does not require a complete and overwhelming overhaul of your entire diet. Lasting change often comes from small, simple, and sustainable steps. Simply making a conscious effort to include more tomatoes in your weekly meals is one of these powerful small steps. You do not need to eat them every day or in large quantities. Start by adding a handful of cherry tomatoes to your lunch salad, enjoying a bowl of tomato soup once a week, or using a simple tomato sauce as a base for your dinners. These small additions, repeated consistently over time, add up to a significant positive impact on your heart health. This approach is manageable and removes the pressure of dieting. It is about addition, not subtraction. By focusing on including one wonderfully beneficial food, you are naturally creating a healthier eating pattern that is easy to maintain, enjoyable to follow, and truly effective for protecting your heart in the long run. Choosing to include more tomatoes in your life is a gift you give to your heart. It is a simple, delicious, and affordable investment in your long-term health and vitality. Every time you slice a tomato for your sandwich, stir a pot of sauce, or enjoy a warm soup, you are actively taking part in caring for your cardiovascular system. You are providing your body with the essential tools it needs to fight damage, reduce inflammation, manage pressure, and keep your blood flowing smoothly. This consistent care helps ensure that your heart remains strong, allowing you to maintain your energy and independence for all the activities you love. Embracing the power of the tomato is a positive and proactive choice. It is a celebration of how good food can be both medicine and pleasure. Your heart, the hard-working engine of your body, will undoubtedly thank you for this nourishing support with every strong and steady beat. We have reached the end of our journey into the heart-healthy power of tomatoes. We hope this guide has shown you how simple and enjoyable supporting your cardiovascular health can be. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. Each small, positive choice you make, like adding a tomato to your meal, is a step toward a healthier and happier you. Taking care of your heart is one of the greatest acts of self-care, empowering you to enjoy a full and vibrant life. We encourage you to share this information with friends and family who might also benefit from it. Here is to your health, your happiness, and to the simple, powerful pleasures of good food. Thank you for your time, and may your heart be strong and your days be filled with joy and vitality.